Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I think I mentioned we were going to do some inside work, but the weather has taken a turn. We're going to get back on the outside and get the siding, the soffit, and some other small stuff like that little window. That's what we're working on next. So stick around. I have this little window. It's going to go up there. And it's just decorative. It looks into the attic space, and we're going to get started on these little bird boxes and the soffit, and the siding is coming up next. So we started out with putting a level line across here at the end. I put a nail here because I'm going to pull a chalk line down, snap a line all the way down, and we're going to add a 2x4 right here, and that's going to hold the bottom of the soffit. Okay, so there is some debate potentially on how to build a bird box, whether you do a recessed bird box or a traditional bird box. My opinion is if you got a steep pitch, you recess it. So that's what I'm doing. And so basically you line it up with this glass roof rafter. And we filled this in, put the 2x all the way down, and we're going to cover this just to line everything up with a little piece of plywood. Let me know in the comments, you like the recessed bird box or the traditional bird box?
So what are we doing next?
We're going to put this soffit on this. Okay, we've got all the soffit installed. We've got some trim on this end. So we're going to start on now is the siding. We're going to use the same material that we used on the gable for the soffit. And it's this Hardie 1/4 inch, 12 inch wide. So what we did was measured center of the building, put a vertical line. We've got a 1-inch block down here, and we're going to start off center and go both directions. So we're not going to trim this top yet because we have a porch roof that's going to be installed on top of the siding, and then there'll be a trim piece above the roof line on the flashing. So that'll go on after the siding. So these are the nails we're using, 1.25 inch ring shank oil nails. That didn't take long. Okay, so we had a last minute change order on this little project. We wanted to put in a window unit, but we didn't want it in the window. So the one we got has to have a sleeve, and so this is a rough opening. It's 15.5 by 26, and that is to accommodate a AC/heat unit. I got 6 tips for you on installing Hardie siding. Number 1, get a good blade. Diablo makes the best ones I've used. Number 2, the dust. You don't want to breathe the dust. Your saw don't like breathing the dust either. Blow this thing out whenever you can, and don't breathe it yourself. Number 3, I use 2 long 12-foot 2x6s to do all my long cuts with. separate them and get long cuts in between them. It just makes it easier to cut and it's supportive. Number 4, cut it upside down, especially when you're doing butt cuts. It makes a sharper edge, it just looks better. Number 5, I use a red pencil. At my age, I need to be able to see what I'm doing, so I use a red pencil. And number 6, use a template, especially when you're doing pitch cuts. I use this piece of plywood. That's what I use for a template. It just makes it easier to lay out. So a quick little update on the siding. I use liquid nail to attach all the angle cuts, because every one of them had to be cut at an angle along the edge, and as you can see, it didn't hold. It pulled the paint off. So I think what happened was the paint was not cured, and it allowed the liquid nail to pull the paint off of the one below it. So I tried to get them painted before I put them up so I wouldn't have to paint them, but anyhow, it didn't work out. But I'm going to use Lexel going forward to see if that helps. Okay, we got a whole bunch of these batten strips we're going to cut, and that's what we're going to put over top of these where the seams are. And let me show you how we went about that. So I got this long straight edge, and this piece right here is 3 inches wide, and I got this clamped on here, and anything that I put up against this, my saw fence, is 5 inches. So I just push that tight up against there. This is 3 inches, this will be 2 inches. So this gives you an idea of what this is going to look like. We're going to cut all these batten strips, go all the way around. We're going to hold off on the rest of them until we have some roof structure we have to put up that's going to interfere with these strips, so we're going to hold off. So we're going to wrap up this siding video for now, and we'll continue with the batten strips later. Thanks for watching.